This is Teens Time with Chichi Season 3. I am super excited because this season we are going to be talking about mentorship, where I took my teenagers to meet some seasoned people in different industries. Yeah, because you are going to be learning so much from this episode, from this season. So join my teenagers and I and watch Teens Time, the mentorship season on this channel. Same time, same day. I love you. Thank you. It is another interesting episode. This is Teens Time with Chichi. My name is Chichi Umesaka, your teenage coach. Okay, today's topic is something I usually don't like talking about, and I think this topic is overrated because we talked about it last season, season 2, but somehow I just keep getting lots of questions on this particular issue. And today I decided to bring someone who has experienced it firsthand. In fact, he was addicted to this thing for like 8 years. And he's so gracious enough to not to be shy. You know what strives? When we strive, when whatever we are addicted to, when we are silent about it, it strives. But he sent me Instagram when he saw I posted something. He sent me an Instagram message and said, I dealt with this thing for 8 years and today I am free. So for me, I feel he is my hero for today, for this show, because it's not everybody that will come out and say, I want to talk about this thing, and say I was there, but I'm free. So thank you so much for coming. My name is Chichi Umesaka, and this is Teens Time with Chichi, where we get to talk about everything that affects teenagers. And after talking about them, we try to give you clues on how to get free. I don't like talking about problems only, but we get to talk about solutions. And today, that is the show where we're going to be giving you solution. And I hope you listen to all the solutions. Don't just say, I cannot. Because some of you, after talking to you and advising, you say, it's difficult, I cannot. So if you're not going to hit my advice, step away. Okay, I'm kidding. Don't step away. Okay, before we get to talk to our guests today, let the teenagers introduce themselves.
Hi everyone, my name is Rose. Hello everyone, my name is Rose Poli.
Hello everyone, my name is Ajay Israel.
Hello everyone, my name is Daramola Minas.
Okay, and we have a comedian, and he is actually a comedian. Wow. And he is popular. He is doing something, I think, with your wife.
Yes.
Yeah. I get to watch the videos and I find it very hilarious. Yes, I do. I get to find it very hilarious. I may not be saying anything, commenting about, I follow and I say, this is amazing. For your wife to say, okay, I'm married to a comedian. I also want to support what you are doing, and then I don't know if she's just doing it out of career or she's doing it out of supporting and love.
Just support, not
fantastic.
Career one. Where is it coming from?
Abi, you can't have your wife and you doing comedy.
There's probably our children. What would they do?
Oh my God. Okay, it's so obvious we have a comedian in the house. He is Saint Envy. Yeah. Did I get it?
Yes, you did.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. I'm a typical Igbo boy.
Yeah, it's obvious. It's obvious.
I am from Anambra State.
Okay.
Yeah, hi, Anambra. I'm a teacher.
Okay.
A comedian, as you said, a video editor, voiceover artist.
Yeah, I can get that voice. That voice is amazing.
Addiction coach. And
okay, addiction coach. Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, fantastic.
When we met at,
yes,
I told you.
Yes.
I've been a teacher for 15 years.
Wow.
And I've been teaching diction, oral English, and phonetics.
Okay, yes, diction. I thought you said addiction.
But how can I be teaching addiction? Is that a subject?
I was wondering. I was going to come back to that today. How come?
Diction. I've been teaching diction for 7 years now.
Wow.
And it's been wonderful.
So when you want to go over to the accent and bring out your accent?
Yes, I just switch.
Oh my God, yeah. I can hear that a bit. Okay, quick one, because I know people are just waiting. They can't wait to hear about that topic.
Yeah.
We are talking about sex addiction, masturbation. It's not something I feel comfortable talking about, but I don't know. I don't understand this generation. You guys there are too many things to do, but okay, forgive me, I'm not judging you. That's why I have him here to help us. I'm not judging you, but I want you to get help. So we are talking about sex addiction and masturbation. Tell me a little bit about your own story.
Okay, I think mine started when I was in JSS 2.
Wow.
Way back when there was was it video cassettes?
Okay.
Yeah, and as at then, I wasn't exposed to that. You know, when you live in a compound, there's one between compound and yard. When you live in a compound where you're the only one that has television and video, so your house becomes the community house. You watch football there, watch everything there. But mine, I was exposed to sexual videos, not videos. Finally, it started from magazine.
Wow.
Way back in GSS2.
Who exposed you to that?
He wasn't even my friend. Way back in school, I came into the class and I just saw a group of guys gathered at the back. And I was like, everybody was like, you know, it's like a comic magazine. They wrote everything, what the lady was saying, what the guy was saying, and all the words, and everything was drawn there. It was comic.
Wow.
And that was when, by the time I got to where they were, you know, seated, and they were like, waiting up, I say, yeah, I'm a pastor, you will not come off for here now. Because my mom is a pastor, my dad is a pastor. So they're like, come on, this is not for you. And I was like, what's that? I was inquisitive, and by the time I saw it, I was like, jeez, what's this? They're like, I said it, and the next day, the other day, and you know it is said that what you continuously do for 30 days becomes a part of you.
Word.
And that was how it started. Then one day I just bumped into a friend's house 2 streets away from mine. I was going to play football.
You were still a teenager?
I was still a teenager. That was like another month later. And you know, there's one thing about what your eyes sees. It relates to your mind.
True, especially
and
for
by
the
the time
guys.
you start reminiscing it, you just see things popping up.
True.
Because of that thing.
True.
You understand? That is why the Bible says, guide your heart jealously.
True.
You understand? So I saw it, and from there, everything I started seeing from that day onset was nonsense. And I started reminiscing on them. And by the time I entered his house without knocking, he was watching it live, and I was like, whoa, again.
Exactly.
I said, guys, sit down. I don't watch this kind of thing before. I say, no, but I don't see magazine. I say, that one is small. This one, I get like 12.
A teenager?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I get like 12, and from one video cassette, we slot on another one. Every day, throughout that holiday, that was it. And by the time I got home one day, my uncle that was living with us way back, he gave me a hide, I'm on that rug. I don't know what kind of sanitation I was doing that day. I just sanitized the thing out, and wow. He already, you know, this time around his video CD, he had turned the picture upside down. Understand? The way that bros they shake it. Turned the picture upside down, and I opened it, I was like, whoa, this is it. And every night when everybody's sleeping, I'm watching it.
Wow.
Every night when everybody's sleeping, I'm watching it. And all of a sudden, I started using smartphone.
So smartphone was in
Yes,
has already come out?
Not like this smartphone, Nokia Symbian phones that could browse, Java phones that could browse. And then I was doing one cheat. I was using that phone for 2 years. Sorry, I mentioned.
Sorry, yeah.
So the service provider was not deducting anything from my money, and that was just the beginning of the whole
madness.
It's not madness, journey.
Wow.
Because I feel it's for a purpose, and I think this is.
I agree.
And this is one of the purposes.
You are talking to millions of people out there, and trust me, I believe that their lives are not going to be, remain the same. Thank you for being here. I have lots of questions, but let me allow them to throw their own questions to you. I hope you're ready.
I came with full armor. I think I have to sit up.
This introduction or introducing teenagers to pornography actually happens around that junior school. Because also when I was in junior school around GS1, that was GS1 top 10 rather. So we're having this summer coaching or something. It was around that time, so teachers were not around, and they were actually, and it was actually girls that actually went into the restroom to watch this stuff. So I was going on my own, though I wouldn't say actually.
We always doing on our own. You don't send us.
So I I was actually interested because we were actually like, we were just like two girls and they were actually my friends and we were that close. So I was just interested and I was like, wow, let me see what you're watching or something.
And that's how you got hooked.
Then I watched. It was interesting at that time because I was fascinated because I've never seen that kind of thing before and nobody, my parents have never told me this is what is sex or something. So at that point in time, like the next day, and my friend was like, see, you have to practice this thing. And I was like, a girl told me to practice it too. And I was like, wow. She's like, when you go into your house and
Okay, I'm not sure I want to hear that. Like, I'm almost getting...
Okay, so she told me in the night I should do some things and all. So I wanted
So
to...
what's your question?
Yes,
No, I'm not sure I want to hear that because it's giving me lots of headache.
So my question is, why is it that actually, what do you think is the reason for why teenagers are actually fascinated with this kind of thing at this early stage? Why do you think it fascinates you?
Okay, I get the question. I hope you understand it.
I understand the question. It's if you watch what's going on now on the digital television, you will notice even on the internet, the sole future of a particular lifespan is the teenagers. So if they want to teach you a good thing, they start from the teenagers. If they don't teach you bad things, they start from the teenagers.
Sure.
So the thing is, all eyes are on us. That is why everything is coming to us,
Okay.
good or bad,
Okay.
or worse.
Or worse. Okay, let me add this. Let me help you and add this. I think you guys are, or teenagers, every teenager is part of life. You are too inquisitive and you just want to check out everything that you see.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. Sometimes it leads you to, discover if you channel that inquisitiveness. Well, the likes of Mark Zuckerberg and all that, it was just being inquisitive that led him to invent. So that could lead you to inventing things. But it's that inquisitiveness that I just want to know, what is this? Wow, this is... And then another thing I'm getting this from what you said. Even when they say, "Omo pastor," you didn't want to fall your hand just for what they will say. Man, they've called me a pastor, and I don't know why. But teenagers don't want to be seen as Jew.
You want to be among the clique.
Exactly. Because tomorrow if you say, "No, I'm not watching you," but it's terrible because you need to learn to stand out. You don't need to join the crowd. You don't need to do, everybody is doing this, so you put your head. Okay, your question.
Okay, I would say my own story is similar to yours because I first watched pornography when I was in JS3. You know that JS3, that junior school break, yeah. So one of the times when we came for lessons, I came to the classroom and I saw my friends. They gathered with this very small phone, and I went to go and check my head inside. And then I saw what my could not carry. And from that day on, I started watching movies that had some very, very silly scenes in it, and it continued that way. I continued that way. So I got into university. Continued for a period of time. Then I think it stopped. Went to University of Lagos in year 1, and I kept on watching pornography till I think all through my year 1 or thereabout. But the only issue I had was that no one around me even knew I was doing it, because I look like a good girl, yeah, but I'm a good girl actually. I'm a good girl, yeah. I'm a good girl. But no one actually.
Your parents never noticed.
Exactly. So my question is, why don't our parents even notice stuff going on? Are there even signs that teenagers can, or what can you do to tell parents to observe that teenagers so that they can figure out when that teenagers are acting weird to avoid them going so much into it?
I told somebody in a program I went to, I was to talk about internet, sex, and text messaging, and sending off pictures, nude pictures, and the rest of them. Our parents are carried away by work, career, and the rest of them. Just a few will notice you're sick.
True.
Because if you notice, ordinary malaria, most times, it is when you start feeling, what's wrong with you? And if you see the way they will ask you, say, are you pretending, or what's your problem? You understand? So they are carried away by so many things, life itself. Do you understand? So, and you said something that caught me. People will look at you and they won't even know you're going through this. You understand? Why? Because bad things they smell. Permit me to use that. something bad, you won't want to bring it out. If you're a good mathematician, what do? You let the whole world know. Do you understand? That is why they won't see it. And that is why you do it in the night.
In secret.
In secret. I masturbate when nobody's around.
Okay, I'm going to come back because I want to hear. We are running out of time. Your question, quick one.
Sorry. A lot of people have been having experiences, personal experiences, even while growing up. And I guess I also would have mine, but let's not expatiate on that.
I know you want to hide
Okay?
it.
And funnily enough, GS2, GS3 during that period.
See,
I'm
parents,
telling you, man.
parents, please watch your junior children, watch them very well.
If I have a child, I want to skip. Just skip to senior.
No, but then seriously, okay. So my question would be now, if you have children that have been in this addiction for years, and they actually really want to come out of it. I mean, they are willing to come out of it. They are tired. They know they are sick. But then looking around, they can't tell their parents. I mean, some of our parents are not even helping situations. You hear them say, I must never hear the word sex in this house. I must never hear. They are scared of handling situations with their children. And not knowing that the world out there will bring it to them.
It does very
Let me even cut you short, sorry. When we were doing this in the second season, a parent called me and said, Chichi, this show is too, I don't like, he called me, he said, he has been watching the show and said, today's topic, I don't like it. It's not that my children are watching, I was watching it with my children and I don't, and I said, Daddy, sorry, how old are your kids? His son is 20 years old. Wow. Calm down. And the doctor is 15 years old. I just busted out laughing. I just started laughing. I said, Daddy, they know what we are talking about. End of story. End of story.
That's the problem.
Okay,
Our
so
parents think we
yeah,
don't know.
no.
They think, see, what you can't teach me at home, I have 1001 places where I can learn them.
Sure. So the thing is, how can they come out of this? When they can't talk to their parents, they can't really talk to anybody.
When you can't talk to your parents, look for somebody. That was why on social media, before we chatted on Instagram, on social media I started something. I said I started with the teenagers. I'm practically keen about the teenagers because anything you start now,
Yes.
it took me.
It forms you.
I just said 8 years because I don't know how many, because as a GSS 2, I stopped sometime last year.
You see?
Stopped masturbating sometime last year.
So it could be more than 8 years.
And I know a man who is suffering, he can't even make love to his wife because he's chronic. He doesn't touch his wife.
So you are saying they should talk to someone.
See, there's one thing about talking.
What if they don't have anybody that they can talk to? Or maybe if they talk to someone and the person is going to use it against them.
This is it. Before change comes, you must be tired of what you're doing. You must be dead tired. Now, two things helped me. At some point, when I have the urge, I play music. But there was a day
It did not work.
I played music from January to December. He played repeatedly, a non-remover. Do you understand? So I ended up doing it 5 times that day. And the 5th one, blood. I bled.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
That's how deep mine was. So if you don't have anybody to talk to, take a walk.
Distract yourself.
See, by the time you leave, don't stay there. As long as there's nobody with you. Have you noticed that this urge will not come when somebody's with you?
Sure.
So leave that environment. Go to places where you have friends, where you can talk. Just before you know, you don't remember. But somebody will ask, what if in the night? What if in the night when you are the only one sleeping? What do? It don't happen to me too. The only night when my elder brother was not around, I was the only one at home, and I was one thing I did, I prayed. Hello? Yes, I prayed. I practically asked God, take this thing away from me.
Is it spiritual?
There's
thing?
one thing it does. See, it's worse. It's worse than stealing. I'm telling you the truth.
Sure.
It is a demon. It's a demonic thing. It is spiritual. So the fact that you're praying to whichever God you're praying to take it away from you, you have to do the work too. Don't stay where you have the urge. Once you have the urge, even God will not be there when you be doing it.
Okay.
And there's one thing that comes to my mind then, if I do it, I'll ask God for forgiveness.
And Sorry, but anything you always feel very guilty after doing it and terrible.
I think some people
Quick one. Let her ask a question. Finally.
Masturbation is something that is very deep because I got to know about masturbation when I was 7. I got
7 years old?
Yes, I knew it from my neighbor. My parents are not always around. So my cousin stayed with me. She's very, very wicked. She's someone that you cannot be friends with her. She's always shouting. I thought she lives in our house. So not until one day she beat me. She beat me so much. I can't remember what I did. And my neighbor was like, come and play in our house. Let's do mommy and daddy. And I remember that mommy
That
was
game.
playing. I mean, like, if a boy touch you, don't allow a boy to touch you. Don't sit down there. So I was always remembering all that. Let's do mommy and daddy. Like, no, my mom beat me. What's wrong with you? And they were older than me, like 10 years old.
Older. Can you imagine?
They were sisters, lesbians.
Ah,
The other one
okay.
too, I don't know, something else.
Oh my God. So your question is?
My question is, okay, I would like to draft my question from that story. So, like, I told my cousin about it, and she reported me to my parents. They beat me, told me a lot of things, and since then they've been monitoring me. So they told me a lot of things that at least when I was 14 years old, though I was still like battling with it, but I overcome that like 2 years ago. So they told me to affect sexual life and all.
Okay, so they taught you. Okay, so do you have a question for him?
Yes, like, can you like tell us the disadvantage? Because some people don't know. They just
Okay.
don't complain.
Okay. Disadvantages. We don't have time. Okay.
I have a friend who actually told me that they were advantages, like relieving of stress. Do you think it's right?
Okay. 2 questions.
Let me take yours first. First, there's no advantage. So there won't be disadvantage.
Well, there is little pleasure.
The pleasure there is what we imagine. It's in your mind. But it causes more harm than that pleasure it gives. It's just like 2 minutes pleasure.
minutes.
And after that, haven't you noticed that you go sober? Say, why? My New Year resolution be like 13. This
And it's the
year,
same
I'm
thing.
resoluting 2. And by the time you know, 1 week later, you
You're
just ask
back.
yourself, I've not done this. So immediately you say that, oh my God. It doubles.
Okay.
It doubles. Do you understand? That's what addiction does. It incurs, it makes, I couldn't even touch a woman. I can't even look at, I don't have a girlfriend. I never had a girlfriend because I was helping myself. Who need a girlfriend when you are helping yourself?
Okay. Finally, what's your advice to people that are doing? How can they give them practical, just 1 point, how to stop? 1 point.
How to stop 2 things. Guide your mind jealously. Because you cannot stop what comes into your mind. But you can choose to think about it.
Sure.
So if it comes, look for a way to shut it down.
Okay.
Secondly, pray. There is nothing you will do. You can't overcome it. It's not something you just decide, you start it now, you stop it. So it takes time. Pray about it. Tell God to help you. While you're praying, make sure you don't put yourself in a situation whereby you jeopardize your prayer.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you. I believe people that are watching, they've learned a lot because you were so, you gave it, you didn't hide anything. Thank you so much. And keep inspiring a lot of young people. Guys, thank you. Okay. If you are just watching, I know you have learned because this one is no pretending. A lot of the teenagers, you've heard it, you guys are doing it. One, he said something. If you don't get to that point where you are tired, you will not stop. You need to get to that point where you are saying, I'm done. I'm over this. No more. Number 2, you cannot want to stop something and then you still jeopardize the whole thing. You go to where they will expose you to you are coming back from school and you stop at under the bridge where they display all the rubbish magazines
Posters.
and you go and watch. You would have the urge. So make sure you cut off whatever the materials that you have, the videos and everything, cut it off. Just remove it from whatever. Remove it, throw them away, burn them. You help yourself believe that you can stop. He talked about prayers. A lot of our teenagers will say, I don't pray. God, this one. You have to prayerfully stop this. It's a spirit, and especially when you have been doing it for so many years. It's not so, it's just like taking drugs. It doesn't just end like that. You have to prayerfully walk and then deliberately, intentionally tell yourself, I'm stopping this, I'm gonna stop this And trust me, with time, you will stop it. You have to self-motivate yourself. I hope this show has really helped you. Feel free to talk to me. I'm going to connect you. I hope, it's fine. I can connect you with, people that would also want to hear from you. Okay, help yourself. And I would end by saying this. If you really want to be successful, you don't need things that are going to tie you down, especially addictions that will just keep drawing you back. They keep drawing you back. When after doing it, you are depressed. So you need to get to that point where you're telling yourself, I want to be very successful, and whatever will distract me from achieving success, I'm going to cut it off. Until we come your way next time. This is still Teens Time. My name is Auntie Chichi. Feel free to talk to me on the different social media platforms. And remember, you can and you will become whatever you put your mind to. I love you. We'll see you next week. Bye. This is Teens Time with Chichi Season 3. I am super, super excited because this season we are going to be talking about mentorship, where I took my teenagers to meet some seasoned people in different industries. Because you are going to be learning so much from this episode, from this season. So join my teenagers and I and watch Teens Time, the mentorship season on this channel. Same time, same day. I love you. Thank you.